Angela, let's start with a mother's perspective of weight management, not only for herself, but for the family as well. And oftentimes that role falls on the mother in terms of, food preparation, buying the groceries, things like that. How can you handle that and make sure that everybody eats well in the family?
Oh, absolutely. So, the mother typically is the one who's buying the groceries. And, if you don't have different types of temptations in your home, they're not temptations, so they're not going to be eaten. And I really feel like the mother in particular has to set an example. So if you're buying the carrots and the celery and the broccoli and the edamame, you need to be eating that and serving it. And I think it's okay to give kids choices, but give them healthy choices. So you're giving them a variety to have that rainbow of foods on their plates. And not to deprive them either, but make sure that the choices for desserts are, maybe apple slices with some yogurts. But absolutely, if the mother is shopping, whatever you're going to be buying, you're bringing into that home. So if you look at the ingredient list and you're not okay with high fructose corn syrup and ingredients that you cannot pronounce, or if there's more than 5 ingredients, then it's kind of a no-brainer. You just don't bring it into the home.
A lot of times easier said than done when your kids are exposed at school to the treats that other kids bring, the birthday treats that get handed around at school, the TV commercials that bombard the kids with the cereals and pop and things like that. How do you steer them away from things like that when they're saying, I want that, I want that, I want that?
It's funny that you mentioned that, because at one point, I don't think it's fair to be radical with your children about removing all of the sweets and all of the treats. But I think we've gotten away from treats where if they're at school, they're watching things on TV, it's an abundance. So, having those special times or those special occasions where they are allowed a certain treat, but looking at,